Two-time defending sectional champion Clear Fork looks to take a step towards a three-peat in their playoff opener here inside of the Colt Corral, where the third-seeded Lady Colts will host number 10 Western Reserve in a live and free girls basketball showcase that you can only find right here on the OH Report. And it's all coming up next.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Travis Big League Berardi every other Wednesday for my Country Roads rankings, the top 5 girls and boys small school basketball squads right here in the area.
Exclusively on The Joe Show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to fabulous Belleville, Ohio. I am Brian Skowronski, and this is your SPHERION Mid-Ohio pre-game show. The girls' basketball state tournament tips off tonight, and we are going to bring you a piece of the action right here and now exclusively on the OH Report. We got the number 3 seed in Clear Fork. This team coming off of back-to-back losses, looking for a bounce back here tonight. But it's a squad that has enjoyed plenty of tournament success here of late. Western Reserve on the other side stumbled a bit at the end of their season. They check in as the number 10 seed. Let's learn a little bit more about the Lady Roughriders coming here on the road tonight. Up from Collins, Western Reserve, Carly Ashley leading this team, and 5 straight L's for them. Last win over Lucas, and that was clear back in January, so they have not enjoyed that satisfaction of a victory here in quite a while. We'll see if that affects them coming out here early, see if their nerves are shot a little bit, or if they can get off to a nice start. I think that would be a huge key for this Lady Rough Riders club to play with some confidence, come out of the gates, and try to put up a nice fight in the first quarter. If they are going to do so, likely going to have to rely on one of their stud sophomores. Layken Barnhart leads the team in scoring and rebounding, got pretty good size, shoots it at 33% from the field so far this season. Going to have to rely on her to try to get it done. As you see the student section starting to fill in here at the Colt Corral. Going to try to bring the juice, lead this team to potentially a third consecutive sectional championship. And playing here at home for the first time ever, of course, in the Northwest District. It used to be at a neutral site, and now the higher seed hosting. So this is something that's new for everybody and was part of quite a bit of the chatter here before the game here tonight. The scorers table, some of the scorekeepers have not done a postseason game before, so they are excited about this one here tonight. And they'll be going up against a team in Western Reserve that finished third to the bottom in the Firelands Conference standings. And New London ran away with things, 13-0 in the league. Had a fantastic season in a pretty good league. But we're going to step aside here for a moment, get ready for the action by playing our national anthem. It is time for the Star Spangled Banner. Great look at the crowd on hand here at Les Houndstein Gymnasium, getting ready for tournament basketball. Lady Colts hosting for the first time. And let's tell you more about what Clear Fork has done so far this season. Checking in at the number 3 seed in the Division III district, and lost a couple of games down the stretch, but to some really quality opponents when you look at the likes of West Holmes, River Valley, and their last 2, Shelby, their previous loss in there, and 8 combined points. So they've been very, very competitive the second half of the season. And you see this is a team that outscores their opponents by an average of about 7 points per game. They can live and die by the 3 on occasion. They shoot about 29% out there. But they've got the best all time in the history of the program, shooting it from long range. Suiting up in the number 10 here for them tonight, Miss Annika Labaki, the leading scorer on the club. And 3 points, 62 times she's knocked them down so far this season. Also leads the team in assists, steals. So she does more than just set up from long range. This is a girl that brings the juice, the leadership, and definitely expecting her to show out, be a star here tonight, as she typically is. Plays very, very well at home. Colts this season finished third in the MOAC standings. Did knock off Marion Pleasant a couple of times, 2-0 versus the Spartans. However, Shelby ended up clipping them twice, and that second battle where they lost by 1 point ended up kind of being the dagger where they could have shaken things up completely, taken the league basically into their own hands. Didn't happen for them, but still a phenomenal season. 15 victories for the Lady Colts as they are suiting up here in tournament time, hoping that they can make another deep run, went all the way to the district championship a couple of seasons ago, knocked off in the semifinals last year by Upper Sandusky, a team that's lurking number 4 seed in their district. Show you real fast what it looks like here in the Northwest 1 Division 3. Clear Fork, the number 3 seed, the number 10 seed. Tonight we also have Winford versus Bucyrus going on. The winner of that one takes on Colonel Crawford. Huron awaiting the winner of tonight's game on the bottom half of the bracket. Crestview gets the first round bye. In all likelihood, they're going to end up traveling to Castalia and take on Margaretta in the second round. Upper Sandusky will be at home on Saturday. We'll have that one live and free for you guys, regardless of who it's against, Willard or Edison. We'll also have Clear Fork here at home if they are to knock off the Lady Riders here tonight at home. But the fanfare here inside of the corral, always second to none. The Valley knows how to welcome in their team. So it's going to be really tough, of course, for Western Reserve to come here on the road and try to steal one against a veteran Lady Colts squad. Looking for win number 16 on the year. Such a fun team and has gotten a lot better since we saw them early on in the campaign. This is a squad that can get after you defensively. They knock down a lot of triples, and they turn their defense into offense more often than most teams in and around North Central Ohio. So how do they get a win here tonight? Let's dive into our SPHERION Mid-Ohio keys to victory. And for me, I feel like up against a team like Western Reserve, got some young players out there. They turn it over quite a bit, create some chaos, make it hard for them. If the pace gets faster, that is going to favor Clear Fork. And then defensively, this team is rock solid. If they can knock down some threes at the other end, it's going to be a fantastic night for the home fans here inside of the corral. And on the flip side of things, for Western Reserve, you got to extend possessions, try to make this thing a slow game, and then knock down free throws if you get some opportunities. But they're going to turn it over here on the opening possession. So not a great start for Western Reserve as we wrap up our MidOhioJobs.net pregame show. And here we go. Western Reserve and Clear Fork for a chance to compete for a sectional championship on Saturday. Opening possession, no surprise, Labaki takes that aim, but it caroms off of the supports. He'll give the ball over to Western Reserve. So first look at the full court pressure of the Lady Colts. Causes a lot of teams fits throughout the season. Western Reserve able to break the pressure, though, this time. First shot attempt swirls off the rim. That was Jocelyn Kane with the first shot. Here's Weichel looking to go to work. Now the kick out. Colts will spread you out, and this is where they can really kill you, knocking down bombs. First points of the night, not surprising from long range for Clear Fork. Out of the trap, here's Labaki with the steal, and she'll set up Weichel for an easy deuce. 5 quick points here for the Colts over their last couple of possessions. Ball mishandled. But the Rough Riders are able to send it ahead. Got a 3-on-3 if they look to attack. They will off the drive, but Labaki with a big swat, turning away Barnhart. Clear Fork looking for 3 straight buckets. Weichel trying to collect her own miss. She'll kick it out all alone as Mel Bluebaugh. And Belcher, who already knocked down a 3, kicks it out for Labaki. Can't hit that one. But a 4th opportunity here on this possession. 3 offensive boards for the Lady Colts. Barnett from downtown, opposite quarter. So you come up empty-handed, but you like the possession if you're Clear Fork. With the hustle, the different looks, wide open 3s as well.
Coming in for the Lady Colts, number 35,
Clear Fork already going to their bench. Head coach Scott Sellers just a couple of minutes in. Going to get 3 fresh bodies into the mix. Western Reserve just 1 shot so far. Having trouble just initiate their half-court set. Get a good look underneath. Foul's going to go on Labaki. And they'll head to the free throw line. This will be our player spotlight.
That's our first team's first. The foul has brought
Barnhart showing down on the block. Made a nice cut. And she'll get a chance for the reward. Tough place to shoot free throws with the student section right up in your grill here. But the sophomore knocks down 1 of 2. Labaki and Bluebaugh, the 2 starters, staying on the floor. Not a good pass there. Bluebaugh with her back to the basket at the 3-point line. Pocket picked. Kane getting harassed, makes a nice spin move. Poked away. Bodies flying all over the place here for the Lady Colts. Ball's going to stay down here at this end. Take a second look on the Jackson Wells Services replay. Just running out of real estate there for Clear Fork. A hold here before the inbounds. And it's going to go on Haley Thrush. Freshman picking up her first. It's going to be the 2nd foul against Clear Fork here in the opening frame as we're almost 3 minutes gone by. Traveling violation, so more giveaways than shot attempts so far in the early going for the Lady Riders, but hanging strong, down by just 4. Clear Fork has not been able to capitalize here at the other end and knock down a plethora of quality looks. Did give it away on their last possession. And we'll get a double dribble. So back-to-back turnovers here for the Lady Colts. Easing into the action. Poked away from Woodruff, out of bounds. And we'll get our first sub here for the Rough Riders. Maylee Wetzel comes in, spells out Aniston Hoover. 5-second call. The Clear Fork defense not allowing it inbound. So they'll get it back, and they'll get their 3-point specialist back out onto the floor. Over 60 makes on the season for Annika Labaki from long range. Looking to add to that total right here. Rainbow, a little bit too firm. Colts unable to track down this miss. This is where Clear Fork's had a lot of success, though. Making it tough on Western Reserve just to get the ball across the timeline. Do here with Barnhart. Draws a crowd and traps all over the floor. Leads to a steal. But a block shot. Solid recovery here for Western Reserve, not allowing an easy 2 points. And it's a swap from the backside there by Kane. Weichel makes a strong move inside, left side of the glass. Rough Riders can cut this down to just a one-possession game here at the midway point of quarter number 1. So it's been pretty ugly for them offensively. That trend continues. Certainly right within striking distance. Blue ball coming up short. More offensive rebounds as that almost looked like a football hike from Weichel. Labaki this time strokes it from downtown. See if that gets her going as we'll get a timeout on the floor, a home and kitchen supply timeout. 7-point edge now for the Lady Colts. After this extra pass from Belcher finds the hands of Labaki, doing what she's done her entire career. Right about half of her trifectas, though, for her career coming in her senior season, so she really has had a strong final campaign here in the Valley. And every time out here tonight, we will dive into the comment section. I'm flying solo here on this call. My color commentator not able to make it here tonight. A shout out, though, to Jack Ritchie, our new intern from Worcester. Got baseball tryouts. He said it's very competitive over there. He had to be ready for it. But I see on the Facebook side of things, Daniel Stotts, no surprise, chiming in, cheering on the Lady Colts, as is Melanie Norris Beck. Says, go Lady Colts, with a couple of heart emojis and a basketball sandwich in between. This game also streaming on our YouTube main channel. So if you've got something to say and you are watching on the YouTube, I've got the live chat turned on. Drop me a comment. Always love hearing where people are watching from. So tell me how you're taking in tonight's action, and I will shout you out every timeout. 6 turnovers already for Western Reserve. More than 1 per minute so far, 1.5 really. So that's the game plan here for the Lady Colts. Try to frustrate them in the full court. They've got some superb athletes that can really sit down. You see the acceleration, the catch-up speed by Blue Ball. Nothing's come easy yet for the Rough Riders, seeking their first field goal. And just one official shot attempt. The second ended up with some free throws. This will count, but it's going to be blocked. Tipped out, so the possession stays alive. Weichel having a tough time getting her hands on it. Brings a big smile over her face. Now finally, Belcher's able to pitch it forward here for Blue Ball. In transition. Kylie directing traffic now. Got Mel on the block. She's going to swap out with Weichel. And then go to work. The blow by left hand. Tough shot on the run that time for Mel. Western Reserve down the middle of the lane. Paul right into the chest. Pretty fortunate that time. It got knocked away. But right back to Jocelyn Kane. Now Belcher misfires on that one. This could be a confidence-building possession here for Western Reserve if they can get a quality look. Not going to end up that way. Blue Ball looking to go coast to coast. She'll get hacked. A trip to the charity stripe on the way here for the junior. Second leading scorer on the club this season. Over 9 per contest. Blue Ball's been getting minutes since she was a freshman in the program. And has really come into her own here in her junior campaign. And with the departures of some key seniors like Belcher, Labaki, Avery Wine, She will likely be the centerpiece of this squad moving forward next season on the offensive end. Comes up short on the second one, but it's tipped over to Labaki. Wide open look. And Clear Fork has not been able to bury those so far and kind of bury Western Reserve, but they've done this very well. Anticipating, comes up with another turnover. Mel off that left hand so quick, sets up Annika, hit from that spot already. Colts just want it more. They've got more rebounds on the offensive side than Western Reserve does in the entire game. Blue ball just caught a chunk there of the back iron, so they're a fraction off. And that's what's keeping the door very much ajar here. Just a 6-point game. It certainly feels like Clear Fork has dominated. Barnhart, bit of a wild one right there. Student section, gotta let her hear about it. I like the foot skills that time. A little off balance though as she recollected. That'll come in time for the sophomore. Still having a quality season on a very young team. Gotta have those though if you're the Lady Riders. Colts looking to switch the floor. Back up top off the dribble drive, but Labaki waiting for it. 1 for 4 from downtown to start the night here for Annika. Better than 30% on the year. Chance for free throws. Opportunity to get into double figures here for Clear Fork as they'll put Brindley Barnett on the line. Young lady got a bright future here with this program. Stud soccer player as well, receiving MOAC honors. Belcher back out on the floor here for the Lady Colts. Looking to close the frame here. Try to push the lead out to about 10. Right now it's a 9-point differential. And this has been problematic so far for Western Reserve. Got away with a walk right there, but not for long. Ball don't lie. Clear Fork comes away with another opportunity, but poked out of bounds. They give it right back. So it's a bit of a sluggish start here for Clear Fork, though in control, clearly. Haven't been able to find a groove offensively, but on this side of things have brought their A game tonight. Another 5-second violation, second one assessed here to Western Reserve. And off the 11th giveaway for the Lady Riders. Clear Fork here looking to extend to a double-digit deficit. Two-lady game on the far side. Now here's Blue Ball sizing up, lobs over the top. Weichel, strong take. How about Blue Ball flying in to keep this possession alive? Belcher lines it up, and she traveled before she released. So just not totally in sync yet for the Lady Colts. But almost their best offense so far has been here at the defensive side of things. Creating chaos, one of my keys to the game. They have done that without question, and they'll do more so. Pushing ahead, case in point, Labaki. Left hand, and that's how they add on right there. Half-court transition game. The quarter will end that way with Clear Fork building a 10-point lead as we head to quarter 2.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. so you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Tournament time has arrived here on the OH Report. Sectional semifinal action here tonight inside of Les Houndstein Gymnasium, and you're taking it in live and free right now. I'm Brian Skowronski with you. Try to keep you entertained. It'll mostly be the basketball, but I'll at least be here chit-chatting with you guys throughout the course of the action. Lady Colts have the basketball. They lead Western Reserve by 10. The 10th seed off to a pretty rough start, true to their jersey names here. But still, a long way to go. Clear Fork not been able to really capitalize on all the offensive rebounds they've accumulated so far. Second chance points have been minimal, though they've almost had a second or third or fourth look on every possession. Empty-handed, though, yet again for the Colts. Barnhart streaking out, should be an easy one, and she'll put it away with the left. Good sign and start here for Western Reserve, and pulling the trigger on a quick timeout. Scott Sellers of the Clear Fork Colts, just 45 seconds here into the frame. Scott, one of the best that we have in the business here in North Central Ohio. Certainly knows how to build a program from the bottom up, the mini Colts. One of the best parts about Clear Fork basketball. And I'll dive back over into the comment section here on our Home and Kitchen Supply timeout. And I see we've got Suzanne tuning in from Lima cheering on the Lady Colts. Jordan Sider, Adley Sider watching from Ashland tonight. And Whitaker Myers, Wealth Managers, hey, what's up? Clear Fork alumni checking in from their beautiful offices. Love that, watching from work. Hopefully making some money out there while you're watching Clear Fork be money. And Doug Shasky says, go CF. Been so close on so many possessions so far early on. Has Clear Fork. Haven't found their stride yet. This will help. How about a Bond from the corner? Second three-pointer for Annika Labaki. And turnover number 14 now for Western Reserve as we'll spin it back. Can't leave that young lady alone. She will carve you up from the land of three. Annika's always got her carving knife available when she's out beyond that arc. Barnett goes baseline. Now they'll come back up top. Set it up for another three. Labaki never shy. She's already attempted 6. Kane spinning, trying to find an option. Like white on rice on the perimeter. Traveling violation is called. A little bit of a panic mode right there. Just tried to force this one up. A little bit of space. She could have pitched it up top there for Woodruff. Jocelyn just didn't feel like she had the space. Goes down as another TO. Colts return it right in front of the Western Reserve bench. So just not a clean game by any means. And look, we got another student section actually forming down here at this end on the stage. So no matter where you go, if you're Western Reserve, you're going to be greeted by some members of the Colt Corral gang. Contested shot comes up short for Brooklyn Prince. So Labaki pitching over the top. Weichel, nice catch off the glass. Colts have been at their best so far tonight when they have been on the move, on the run. From downtown, front iron, one and done. Belcher with the board. Rosie calling for it down on the block. Stover, I think a little excited with her first shot attempt right there, the sophomore. And a rare possession for the Lady Colts off a miss where they don't get an offensive board. But they'll get the ball right back as Woodruff lost the handle, had to go down to her knees just to keep it in bounds, and I think leaked over the side there. Just over 5 minutes remaining here on our Buckeye Horizon scoreboard. Shout out to our people over there, Jonah Albert, Clear Fork alum, setting this deal up. Glad to have them on board here for the playoffs. Oh, what a move by Labaki from the corner, blue ball. And kind of got away with a bit of a shove right there. But Western Reserve will keep possession. Trailing the play and just not over in time as Kane. Got to be established on this side, even though her foot was already on their offensive side of things. (5-2) the count here in quarter number 2 in favor of the Lady Colts. Put the last 5 on the scoreboard. Have gone cold about the last couple of minutes. Both offenses have. Hesitation move. Slicks all the way into the lane there for Barnett. And she'll have a pair of free throws. Right there, that last dribble. Pretty move. Get by the defender, Kane. First foul on Brooklyn Prince. It'll be the first on Western Reserve here. First on either unit, actually, in the second quarter. Been a very clean game from that vantage point. Another offensive rebound. Barnhart got a piece of it. She's tied up. Foul is going to go against the Lady Colts. Gives Clear Fork a chance to get into their full court man-to-man defense. They've created many of the 17 turnovers already by the Lady Roughriders. In these circumstances right here, just coming with the double, the nice rotation. Clear Fork has been first to the ball in a lot of situations. They'll draw their second foul of the quarter, though, right there. It's going to go on the freshman Thrush. Tip forward, block shot inside, blue ball catching a piece. But the second look is good for Western Reserve, so they've got their second bucket here of the frame. First for Brooklyn Prince. Clear Fork wasting no time trying to match at the other end. We get a jump ball. Looked like both players certainly had a claim to possession that time. The arrow favoring the Lady Riders. Can trim this down to single digits with a basket. Colts with a triple team down there. Someone's got to be open. There are a couple players in the front court. If the Lady Riders can get it there, instead it's going to be Kylie Belcher. Passing over the top of the defense. Looked like maybe getting away with a piece of the wrist that time. Kane with the D. Barnett was asking for a foul. Now turnover number 19. Boy, it is amazing that Western Reserve is still very much in this thing. Clear Fork on the offensive side. Haven't been able to step on their neck, really put things away. Plenty of good looks, a lot of them from long range. This team can live and die from that side of the floor. Labaki, she's got a couple trifectas so far, looking for a third. Bottoms up. Big shot right there for Annika. Just when it felt like things were tightening up just a little bit again. 3-point shot can change everything. Kane baseline, sends it inside. Good looking turn, but a tough shot for Prince. Colts on the run out. Bluba putting home her first triple. And how about that? A third 5-second violation against Western Reserve. So much credit to the Lady Colts. What you can't see on camera is just how tight the defense is on the full court pressure here. All over the floor. I mean, there is zero separation. And not a lot of room to try to knife in that pass right there. It's tipped off of Weichel, so Clear Fork with the giveaway. Western Reserve trying to cut this back down to 15 or so. Wetzel back over here. Hoover just has nowhere to go. Excellent help side defense being offered here by Clear Fork all over the floor. And it's going to be Lady Colt basketball. Just sitting down, walling up. Labaki maybe got a little piece of the leather that time on the shot attempt. Colts looking to set up off of a screen here for Annika. She'll pull the trigger again, and it's back-to-back now for Miss Labaki. Blue ball with a triple in between sandwiched. So the last 9 points for the Lady Colts all coming from the land of three. And they are getting healthier now, up by 20, and you feel the full momentum wave now crashing down on Western Reserve. As Clear Fork starting to get into a bit of a groove.
Number 24, Barnhart. Number 14, Gobel. And number 30, Kane.
Student section got to be loving what they're seeing so far. Definitely in this second quarter. 14-4 stretch for Clear Fork in the frame. Thrush is going to get bumped out on the perimeter. Foul's going to go against Layken.
Called on Roughriders. Number 24, Barnhart.
Very short rest that time for Labaki.
Coming in for Lady
Situational
10, the
offensive substitution here for Annika. Hit her last two from downtown. See if they can catch her with another downtown view here. Double screen, backed out. Backdoor cut, Barnett with the catch. Another rebound, they set it up. 3 in a row for the all-time three-point career leader here in the Valley. Sensational first half for Labaki. She's got 17 of the 30. No match at the other end. One and done as Layken came up short. Colts down to the last 10 seconds. Looking to add 3 more. Thrush air ball. Annika, right place, right time. Shovel pass. Here's Haley. Knocks it down. And that is how the quarter is going to end. Annika Labaki with a dynamite performance here in the first half. Help leading Clear Fork to a 32-7 cushion as we head into the halftime break. Make sure that you stick around, though. We've got your SPHERION Mid-Ohio report coming up. We'll have some stats and analysis from Miss Aaliyah Skowronski. She's tracking stats with me here tonight. She'll fill you in on the latest trends, and we'll also tell you what we got going on the OH Report tomorrow night and Saturday. It is jam-packed, plenty of live and free tournament basketball games for you to enjoy, including some boys games, some senior night, and some big ones at that. Take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Before we leave you, though, how about some entertainment courtesy of the Mini Colts? We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Travis Big League Berardi every other Wednesday for my Country Roads rankings, the top 5 girls and boys small school basketball squads right here in the area.
Exclusively on The Joe Show.
You're enjoying live and free girls tournament basketball exclusively on the OH Report, thanks to contributions by our generous sponsors. Big thank you to BUCKEYE Horizon Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your local train comfort specialists. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. SPHERION Mid-Ohio. At SPHERION, they can help you build the career that you want, the awesome team that you want. They make relationships with you. They understand what you need. They get it for you fast. If you need a job or if you're looking to hire MidOhioJobs.net is definitely the place to start. Jackson Well Services, proud supporter of Clear Fork Sports. They do the best work in all of North Central Ohio. If you need a well put in or serviced, Jackson certainly is the place that you need to call. Home and Kitchen Supply is your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970, located in downtown Mansfield. So those are your awesome sponsors. If you would like to be a part of the action, that's my cell number on there, also my email. Hit me up. We'd love to make you a part of the game. Stay with us, though. We're going to be right back with your SPHERION Mid-Ohio Halftime Report. It's halftime here in the Colt Corral. Welcome back for your SPHERION Mid-Ohio halftime reports. Alongside me, Brian Skowronski, I've got my daughter Aaliyah Skowronski with me, trying to earn a little bit of car money here tonight, tracking some stats and taking in the action with me. And before we dive into the numbers, just give me your impression. Tournament basketball, it is here, Aaliyah, and this is a very special time of year. One and done, win and advance. Just how much fun is it to be in the gym, in the environment, when all the chips are on the table, you got to win or go home?
I love being here during tournaments, especially when it's super intense, because the atmosphere is definitely a lot more intense than it usually is, and everyone's just kind of on their toes, just on the edge of their seats, just excited for what's going to happen next, and it's very unexpected, so I love being here.
As do I. Glad to have you with me here tonight as we'll dive into the halftime stats, and you see Clear Fork with a nice sizable lead. A big part of that, Aaliyah, because of the three-pointers, none made for Western Reserve, and how about a 7-pack for those Colts?
That's crazy, and what's even crazier is that Labaki had made 5 of those 7 in the first half.
Yeah, Labaki's been unbelievable so far. We kind of knew that this girl could ball a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah.
Checking in more than 60 made trifectas on the season. So this is a kid that can certainly shoot it. She gets it done inside, outside. She's been playing some defense as well. But check out these halftime numbers. These aren't normal. That's a full game or a career high for a lot of kids. 5 triples, as you talked about, the 17 points. Look for her to keep looking for hers as well. She tied her own school record when I was here for the last home game, 7 threes. So she's on track to, of course, demolish that here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Already in the first half, already having 5, I'm sure she could get 10 at least in total. So I'll be watching for that.
On the other side of the floor, Layken Barnhart, the sophomore, coming up with 3 points. And you look, when you only have 7, about half of the team's total. So she definitely is trying to do her part out there. The one made field goal, knocked down a free throw as well, and not in foul trouble. They're just running up against a buzzsaw here tonight. Clear Fork's been playing so well the second half of the season. But if they're going to try to make things interesting, I think that sophomore, number 24, is going to be the one that's going to have to step up and try to be a bit more aggressive at the offensive side.
Oh, for sure. I completely agree. Another thing that Western Reserve needs to also work on is their turnovers. In the first half, they had 22. So I feel like if they just got to move the ball along with the Clear Fork press, if they just moved the ball a little bit better and started scoring some points, they could have a chance to come back. But they also need to work on rebounding a lot more. Clear Fork had a lot more rebounds than they did. So if they just start jumping and getting the ball, that will help them get to the other side of the court as well.
At least trying to keep Clear Fork off the offensive glass. Of those 17 rebounds, I think at least 10 of them were offensive. They had 4 just on that one possession. So you got to limit those and try to make it one and done for the Colts if you want to have any chance here in this competition.
Yep, I completely agree.
All right, that is your halftime report presented by SPHERION Mid-Ohio. Thank you so much, Aaliyah, for chiming in.
You're welcome. Bye.
As we get back to second half action, it's going to be Lady Colt basketball. And here comes the third quarter. Winner advance into Saturday's sectional championship game. Clear Fork will host if they win. Weichel off to a nice start. A few dribbles down the right side of the lane. No one able to stop her. Lillian's got a 6-pack of points now. Here's Labaki sitting down, defending. Down on the block, turnaround jumper, comes up short, tipped out. And the long rebound to the Lady Riders. This our player spotlight, Barnhart. You can tell she's got a little wiggle to her game. She's a confident player. They'll need her to really come alive. Belcher picks up her first personal foul there. Almost a fourth 5-second violation. Barnett defending the trigger man. Roughriders trying to find a little bit of consistency here at the offensive end. They'll get a three-pointer, haven't buried one yet, won't there. Barnhart, though, keeps it alive. Another look here for Western Reserve, can't do anything with it. Belcher sends ahead, Labaki catch and shoot. Knocked down her last 3 in that first half. This is where Clear Fork's really deadly. They get you 5 wide, spread it out, try to attack. Certainly when they go with those skip passes, they've got plenty of capable three-point shooters. Strong move by Weichel inside. Put too much behind the shot attempts. And free throws on the way here for Western Reserve. Kara Woodruff going to get an opportunity to get into the scorebook for the first time this evening. 5'8" freshman, getting a ton of varsity minutes this season. Another freshman checking in, that's Haley Thrush. Also has got plenty of time here for the Lady Colts. Really a lot of sagging defense there by the Lady Riders. Weichel's been able to get down to the block at will so far here in the third quarter, but she's missed her last 2 after putting the first couple of points on the board. 3 total points here in the third quarter thus far. And the turnovers collecting for Western Reserve. They've got a pile of them already. 22 at the break. Thrush catching a piece of a screen. Everybody sinking back for the Lady Riders. Trying to make it tough for the Colts to get a dribble drive. Solid closeout this time. They've left Labaki alone one too many occasions, and she certainly has burned them to the tune of 5 makes. Blue ball also has been able to find her range. Here's Annika again, one away from tying her own school record. Kid's awesome. Such a pretty stroke, too. She puts a nice high arc on it. When it goes through, it is just a gorgeous thing of beauty. Check it out one more time. That's from pretty deep as well. A couple feet behind the three-point arc. Doesn't need a lot of space, but if you're going to give it to her, kid's never been shy about letting it fly. Labaki looking to go to work off the bounce this time. Finds its way over to blue ball, and now another 3 on the way. This one's short for Belcher. Riders looking to get out and run. Ashton Wine pokes it out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in over on the far side for Western Reserve. Who now trail by 29, the number 10 seed. In hopes of trying to end a 5-game slide tonight. Have to try to uncover themselves buried pretty deep here in this hole. Showing a lot of fight on this possession. Get an offensive rebound for Barnhart off the attack. No friendly roll, not on the road. Labaki clears things out as she comes up to the top of the key. And trips on her way to the hoop is Kylie Belcher. Take a second look at our Jackson Wells Services replay. More looked like she was kind of just pressured on the hip there by Woodruff and lost her own balance. That inbound play had been the bread and butter really all season to try to set up Labaki in the corner for open looks. She'll try it again to tie the record. Won't hit it. Second chance, nah. And it'll be out of bounds. Clear Fork, though, has owned the glass, certainly at the offensive side of things. Created a lot of extra looks. Backdoor cut. Good looking find and a foul. So some free throws coming up here for Western Reserve. And with the aggressive defense on the perimeter there by Ashton, wise decision. Cut backdoor, clean catch for Prince. Chance to get Western Reserve into double figure scoring here if she can knock down both. Just 1 for 5 though at the line tonight are the Lady Riders. Empty-handed, strong rebound by Wine. Colts from side to side, dipping down on the block. Just dribble out here for Avery. So the sisters both on the floor. Thrush. Nice burst just to regain possession. As Belcher goes to work right side, dribbles in, and puts it in. Belcher now with 5 points. Wild shot for Hoover. Yeah, she came flying in. And she'll pick up the personal foul. Actually not bad. Aniston could have taken a little more aggressive jump stop right there. Felt like she was pretty far underneath the hoop. Made it for a challenging angle. So Clear Fork already with a 30-plus point lead trying to bury Western Reserve here in the third quarter as they'll draw another foul on the dribble drive. Be the third on the Riders. Both sides with 3 fouls here in the frame.
That's her second, team's third.
Rosie working down inside. How about that move over the left shoulder for Stover? And she's proven definitely in the JV she can do that. Her go-to move, just a nice strong drop step. Colts defending aggressively at the other end. They'll set up a 3 back here. And kept alive as the rush. I mean, Clear Forks, they've just wanted it more all night down in the lane. And it leads to a second consecutive bucket for Rosie. So a running clock be the situation coming up here for Clear Fork. Jump ball, possession arrow.
Number 34, Rogers for the Roughriders.
Keeps it down here at this end.
Woodruff. Number 14, Gobel. Number 20, Jackson.
Kind of some wholesale changes made by Coach Ashley. And it's a bad inbound pass. Another giveaway here for the Lady Riders. Allison Montgomery going to get into the mix here. The senior for the Lady Colts doesn't get a ton of minutes. So exciting times here for Clear Fork. Well on their way to advancing to the sectional championship coming up on Saturday as they get the senior a shot attempt inside on their first possession. And another jump ball heading the other direction, of course, this time as the clock will continue to move with the margin. See if Western Reserve recognizes. Can't across the timeline, just 3 showing on the clock. And will not get it off, so we head to money time. Clear Fork in cruise control, 43-8.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
It's money time here at the Clear Fork Corral, 43-8. Big lead built by the Lady Colts, putting on a show here in their first ever home playoff game. With the switch to the new format in Northwest District, the top seed now hosting, and it has been fruitful for the Lady Colts. We're going to get a chance for a couple more here. Shots from the foul line on the way.
Fouls been called on Roughriders. Number 12, Hoover. That's her second, team's first. The foul has brought Pelkey to the line.
So the youngster at the free throw line comes up short with the first. And goes 0 for 2 as a long rebound chased down here by Prince. With all reserves in here for the Lady Colts, an opportunity for the Riders to try to gain a little bit of momentum here as we start fourth quarter action. Might be out of this thing. Doesn't mean that you can't put a few more smiles on some faces and try to get some buckets and just run through your offense. Get nice, good looks. They'll get a switch here. Try to get Kane going to work off the bounce. Has to pick it up. Help side defense for Clear Fork has been phenomenal from the very start. It's led to nearly 30 turnovers for Western Reserve here in this one. Only 4, though, in the third quarter after committing 22 in the first half, so they've cleaned things up just a bit. But they have not shot it well, as the score would indicate, of course, just sitting on 8 points. That last attempt from Katrina Rogers off the front of the rim, and we'll get a foul here. Just the first on Pelkey. And gotta love the kick game for Clear Fork. My daughter pointed it out, who is in high school, so she's got a much keener eye for this type of thing, though. I like the style, the continuity for the Lady Colts out there, all matching. Makes you feel a little bit more like a team. Just right in the hip right there is going to pick up the foul for Rogers. Hoover sold it pretty well, too. Had that ponytail flipping all over the place. Catch and shoot situation, another foul. Third on the Colts here over about the last 20 seconds. And it'll be a shooting foul that's going to put Layken Barnhart on the free throw line. Barnhart, excuse me. Western Reserve now 2 of 7 from the free throw line. Make it 3 of 8. Another yet to come. But with the differential over 30, the clock will continue to melt away here at the Lady Colt Corral. Nice take by Pelkey. Still hasn't been able to finish one off yet. Kane goes left side, gets the screen, likes to bomb it away. 0 made triples so far for Western Reserve as Pelkey with a head of steam back the other way, comes up short. But friends in low places, always a good thing to have. How about Ashton Wine with cleanup duty? As we're past the halfway point here of quarter number 4. If you are just joining us, it took Clear Fork a little while to get going. First quarter for them, they did build a 10-point lead, scored late in the frame to make it 13-3, but ever since then, they started to lock in a bit more on the offensive side of things. 5 made threes for Annika Labaki in the first half. Drilled another one in the third quarter. She's been over on the bench for a while, have not needed her services after she lit it up. Got more points, of course, than Western Reserve all by themselves. Traveling violation going against Clear Fork here. More substitutions for Coach Sellers as they'll get Montgomery back out onto the floor. She'll be joined by Katrina Rogers. Then they got the sophomore Wine coming up and pressuring here. Just tough defense on the ball all night for Clear Fork. It's really disgruntled the Lady Riders. You can tell they were uncomfortable pretty much from the beginning. Set up for 3. It's on the way. And we'll get a foul on Pelkey, crashing the boards, trying to keep that possession alive. 4 fresh players coming in for Western Reserve for the final couple of minutes. So Coach Ashley letting some of these younger ladies get a taste of playoff action. Here's Audrey Jackson, the freshman who just came in. Turns away to Woodruff. Looked like Allie Goebel wanted to catch and shoot that. Lost the handle, blows by the defender though. Trip to the free throw line coming up for the Frosh. And a lot of freshmen on the varsity roster, 4 to be exact, for Western Reserve. So for Coach Carly, even though it was a tough season for them, the 4 wins, a lot of talent will be coming back and with plenty of varsity minutes as well. Always a good sign when you can get the youth brought up through the program, getting out there, getting a taste of these big games early on. But it's been too much Colts here tonight. Such depth and talent. A reason why they're the number 3 seed here in the Division III district. Stover absolutely swarms inside. Not sure if they're going to call it a shooting foul or if it's on the floor or not. One referee says floor. Another lining them up for free throws. And they'll decide that it should just be Lady Colt basketball on the throw-in for the final 10 seconds. And Thrush looking like a veteran, just bringing it out to half court. And allowing the final seconds to fade away as Clear Fork a winner, 45-11. They will advance into the district championship and will host coming up on Saturday when they take on Huron. Back here at home, looking to capture a 3rd consecutive sectional championship. We will step aside. When we come back, we will have your SPHERION Mid-Ohio post-game show that will include an interview with our Mechanics Bank MVP. So drop me a comment. Let me know who you think should come chit-chat with me after the game. Obviously, Labaki was awesome. Maybe we can get her and a couple of teammates, some of the seniors, talk to me about their final tournament run. That's all coming up on the other side of a quick commercial timeout.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Travis Big League Berardi every other Wednesday for my Country Roads rankings, the top 5 girls and boys small school basketball squads right here in the area.
Exclusively on The Joe Show.
We've got the sectional semifinal in the books here.
as we open up our SPHERION Mid-Ohio post-game show. And I see that we've got our joint MVPs are about to join me. They just came out of the locker room, so we're going to spin it back for another minute-long commercial, and we will return. We'll talk to both Kylie and Annika here in just a second, so stay with us, guys.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
We return now with our Mechanics Bank MVPs. We got a couple of them. We'll begin first with the senior sharpshooter, Annika Labaki, doing what you do. I mean, you lined it up from long range all night. You knocked down another six-pack here. And when you start finding your rhythm in your range, it just feels like you can tell it just looks a little bit different. You're very confident out there. Can you describe that emotion and that feeling when you knock down like a couple when you start catching the ball after that?
I mean, obviously at first, like, it's hard to get in a rhythm, especially, tournament time. We're not allowed on the court, warming up, getting the shots as usual. So, I mean, when I first start shooting and they start falling, then, you just have to stop thinking about it. I think that can sometimes be an issue, just thinking about it too much, having almost, like, too much time to take the shot. So it's like you just got to catch and shoot.
It felt like rhythm. It took you guys a little while to get into it, but about midway through the second quarter, you started to find it. So here in the tournament time, getting off to a nice start, taking care of business, how nice does that feel to kind of get this one out of the way and move on?
Yeah, it definitely felt good. This is a good game for us, just to even, just have a game, instead of just practicing, a different feeling. It's a good game to give some of the younger girls some experience. So, it was fun.
And you hear sometimes that coming off of losses that you can learn a lot from that. Back-to-back losses, really tough ones against some good teams for you guys to close out the regular season. In what ways do you feel like you use that as motivation or as maybe like a lesson coming into the playoffs?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, those were both really, tough losses for us. I mean, we wanted those both really bad.
Sure.
But great teams. So, I mean, those were great preparation for the tournament. So, I mean, we want those back now.
And for you as a senior, this is going to be your last opportunity to try to make a deep playoff run. It seems like you've been around forever. So, just the feeling when you get here into the beginning of the tournament is a little bit different. Does it feel more special for you here tonight to start this journey?
Honestly, not necessarily, because, I mean, when you're a sophomore and a junior, you're playing for your own seniors. It feels the same. I mean, it might be different as we progress through the tournament. But as of now, it's just, play as hard as you can. The mentality's never been different, so.
Well, 6 more threes adding to your gaudy career total. Congratulations on a big game here tonight. Go ahead, look in the camera, give some shout-outs.
I want to give a shout-out to Coach 2. He wasn't able to make it tonight because he's been ill. We miss you, and we hope you're back for Saturday.
All right, Annika Labaki, one of our co-MVPs. Pass over here to Ms. Belcher. And Kylie, coming out here, just getting a win, progressing to the sectional championship where you guys are the 2-time defending champions. Given that you've had some tournament success, how did it feel coming in this year as the number 3 seed in terms of your guys' confidence, knowing that you've been here and you've done it before?
I mean, it felt good. We haven't really been great over the past couple of years, so being able to come into a tournament knowing that we are one of the top teams feels really good.
Getting to play here at home is something that's brand new,
yes.
Of course, with the Northwest District changing their rules. I imagine you got to like it when you're playing here.
For sure, yes. That was really nice.
It felt like we had almost 2 student sections going. Obviously, they were down here, and then some kids over on the stage. Is this something new?
I guess. I don't know.
Well, it definitely works. Defensively, you guys were going up against a team that struggled, of course, on the season, but you forced 22 turnovers in the first half, and you capitalized a bunch on those. When you're at your best, would you say it's when you can get into that full court pressure and really create some chaos?
Yeah, when we get into our full court pressure, I would say that we provide a lot of chaos and get teams to turn over, and it kind of motivates us throughout to get going offensively.
And Annika said that maybe this tournament kind of feels the same. So far, you're just one game in, but as far as the motivation for you in your last year, how do you draw on that, knowing that you just get one more shot at this thing?
I kind of agree with her. Like, starting now, like, it kind of feels the same, just playing for your seniors. But like she said, as we go through the tournament, hopefully we keep going long. It might change, but I'm just excited. All
right, we'll check win number 1 off the box here on the playoff journey. And you can check off a bunch of different shout-outs here. Go ahead. Who do you want to shout out?
I'm also going to shout out Coach 2 because we missed him tonight. So get better.
All right, Kylie Belcher, your co-MVP, presented by Mechanics Bank.
Thank you.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let SPHERION do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with SPHERION. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
It is now time for our SPHERION Mid-Ohio post-game show. As the Lady Colts get it done, the number 3 seed 45-11. They take care of business here at home, picking up win number 16 on the season. Brian Skowronski joined by Skowronski here on our post-game coverage. She tracked stats for me throughout the course of the night, and it seemed like the trends in the first half, you know, it was a little bit different game, of course, in the second half. Therefore, kind of took their foot off of the gas in some ways after they built that big lead in the third. But you got to be impressed with the Lady Colts and what they were able to do here tonight, creating a lot of chaos, getting some turnovers, and then capitalizing, especially from long range.
I completely agree. I'm sure that they were lucky that in the second half that they got to rest after that big lead in the third quarter so that they didn't have to wear themselves out in the fourth quarter just trying to keep that lead up. I also feel like they did a really good job with just keeping the defense up while also they didn't score a lot of points in the second half, but they made sure to not let any get, put up on the other side of the court. So I really think they did a good job with that.
As we look at the final stats of the night, 8 3-pointers, 6 of them knocked down by Annika Labaki here tonight, who you just heard from. And then the rebounds, big differential, of course, a lot of them coming on the offensive side for the Lady Colts here, who you could just tell that they were driven, they wanted it more, and they came out very aggressive in the paint, flying in and trying to create extra possessions, wanting to extend their season for as long as they can.
Oh, for sure. I feel like definitely in the paint they were a lot stronger than the other team was. I feel like they were really jumping for the ball, really trying to get it, while the other team was kind of just standing around, just waiting for it, just seeing what could happen. So I really think Clear Fork, they definitely deserved the rebounds that they got.
They worked hard all night. That's why they are moving on to Saturday's championship game. So the bracket not yet updated, but Clear Fork, of course, will move on. They will take on the number 9 seed. That game is going to be played right here inside of the friendly confines of the Colt Corral. We will be here live and free with that coverage. We will also have that Upper Sandusky game as they host the winner of Willard and Edison. That one probably a final at this point as well. And then Winthrop Bucyrus, which was going on our airwaves tonight. I have not checked over and seen if we have a score on that one. Let me see if I can find one. Don't see it just yet, so whoever wins that game will take on Colonel Crawford. We will also have that game. So a lot going on for the OH Report coming up on Sectional Championship Saturday, and you can take in all the action right here on the OH Report. Why wouldn't you? It's live, it's free. The future of local sports are here with you guys here tonight. As for the Rough Riders, Aaliyah, let's put a bow on their season. It is over now. 4 wins for them, but they've got a lot of young players out there, plenty of kids that are your age, just freshmen, brand new to the high school level. So even though it's not the season that you want in terms of getting success, you can always build off of something, and some of these building blocks when you get varsity minutes for younger players, and it looks like they definitely have a star in the making in Miss Barnhart, their sophomore.
Yes, I feel like this season, even though they didn't have a great season, they're definitely getting their learning experience. So by the time these freshmen are juniors and seniors, they could have a pretty good team, especially with the new players coming in. You don't know what kind of skill set they're going to have. Some of those players could be bumped up too, and I feel like in the future they could be a pretty good team.
And then for Clear Fork, you already said that you liked a lot of what you saw in terms of their desire, their passion going after the basketball as they move on, and they get to play again at home against Huron. You gotta probably favor these Colts to move on and get to the district round.
I do, especially when they're playing at home. They're probably still gonna have that passion and that motivation, especially when they're on their home court. They're kind of used to it, and they've got their pump-up music too, so they're ready.
What did you think about their pregame pump-up music? Were you a fan?
I was a fan. I really liked the music that they played. I heard a lot of people didn't like it, but personally, it was my type of music.
So they got the mix according to 15-year-olds. She likes it. They got the win here tonight, 45-11, Lady Colts. Moving on, and so are we as we wrap up our coverage here from inside of the Colt Corral, but not before several thank yous are in order. Could not be here live and free without our generous sponsors. How about Buckeye Horizon Heating and Cooling for the greater Mansfield area, and they are official provider of Train, who has the best name in the game. So make sure that if you need heating or cooling services, Buckeye Horizon is your call. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Jackson Well Services, if you need repairs, a new well put in, give Jackson's a call. Their phone number's right on their logo. Hit them up on their website down in the description as well. SPHERION Mid-Ohio, where they're always building great careers, great teams. They build relationships. They understand what you need. They get it for you fast. And a home and kitchen supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. Gotta thank my awesome staff, Brandon Powell coming in and filling in for camera here tonight with VP Jory Hollenbeck at home, hopefully watching live and free, actually hopefully getting some rest by now, right? And Aaliyah Skowronski, my daughter, didn't know that she had to come in either, so I'm the only member of the actual crew that showed up here tonight. Thanks, Aaliyah, for coming, doing some nice work. I am Brian Skowronski saying so long for tonight from the Corral. I'm going to be right back here tomorrow. I will see you then for the boys' action and then Sectional Championship Saturday. We are everywhere. Keep it locked in here on the OH Report all week.
Bye.